Videos like this are the only way we can keep tabs, we can pass down things, we can pass down videos from generation to generation. So if you're just joining me, welcome to the segment called She Lives On. Welcome to the segment, Who is She? My name is the Fitness Farmer. I'm a digital creator and I'm also a farmer. Welcome to my page. Please do well to subscribe and share my videos because on this page, everything goes down. The beautiful lady you see on the screen, Onyeka Owenu, is a renowned singer, writer, politician, and actress. She was born on May 31st, 1952. She was born in Arondiziogo in Imo State, the eastern part of Nigeria. Onyeka Owenu was born into a family of a rich background, rich heritage. She was so close to her father. Her father was a known educationist and a renowned politician who played very important roles in the development of Nigeria. He was known as D.K. Owenu, and Onyeka Owenu was very close to her dad. Her dad made a long-lasting impression on her, even if he died early. Onyeka Owenu went to Queen's College. She fostered her university in America and also gained her master's in media studies. Onyeka worked at the popular TV station, popularly known as NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. She worked as a journalist and she was known to tackle the issues of Nigeria, which gained her respect and recognition. Her music career began in the early 1980s, where her first music, I think, was For the Love of You. Now, one thing I love about Onyeka Owenu is the way she sings. Her music always sends home a message. It's either she was talking about social patriotism, or she was talking about her culture, or she was talking about love. Her music was like a blend of Afrobeats, high life, classical music, everything to produce the beautiful songs. Her voice was distinct. Her voice was different. There will never be another Onyeka Owenu. And among all her songs, there are two of my favorites where she sang One Love and Iyo Gogo. Now, I wasn't born when she sang those songs, but it was passed down to me by my parents. I watched her music growing up as a child in the 90s. I first saw Onyeka. Onyeka Owenu is also a great actress. I first watched her on screen in the movie Half of a Yellow Sun. I think it is an adaptation of the book and it was written by Chimamanda Adichie. That was my first impression about her. And she's not only a great musician, she's also a fantastic actress. And I think I also watched her in the movie Lionheart. Yes, Lionheart, produced by Genevieve Nnaji. She also featured there, and she also featured in that movie. Also given different positions in Nigeria. I think she was given a political position. She was given a position. She was the chairperson of Imo State Arts and Culture at the time. She was also the chief executive officer of the National Center for Women Development in Abuja. Iyo Gogo was released in 1992, and listening to the song, it's a song about relationship and a woman and her husband. She was pleading to her husband to come back home by 5 a.m. because they are going to church. Okay, now that I can remember, she released another song with the legend King Sunny Ade, I think in 1988. Wait for Me. Yes, the song called Wait for Me. It was a hit. It was a banger. She released that song with the legend King Sunny Ade, and that song also, it told stories. Her songs forever tell stories. Her song forever tells, stories of love, stories of culture, stories of relationship. She sang so beautifully that you would be in tune if you watched her videos. Then my dad used to play her video, in those video cassette tapes. Then at the 90s, there was still this video cassette tapes. So my dad would always play her songs and we will watch those videos, and it's as if we are living with the characters. Her song even had a kind of movie theme, a dramatic movie theme that I loved. So whenever she sang, it was like she was singing to you, she was singing to me, she was singing, she sang from the depth of her heart. There's nobody that comes close in her era to Onyeka Owenu. Onyeka Owenu is a legend. And which brings me to the reason for this vlog. I was triggered by the question, who is she? I was going through Instagram when I heard about her death, and I was reading comments and I saw two comments actually. I said, who is she? They said she's a legend. They also said, and somebody asked under, oh, are you a Gen Z or are you a later Gen Z? And it struck me that people do not know who Onyeka Onwenu is. And it struck me that some people do not know who Onyeka Onwenu is. I was not angry with that question. People came on that to bash her and was like, don't you read? Don't you know? As they were so angry, but it was not. It is a fact. People do not know. Some people born in the later generation, do not know who Onyeka Onwenu is. And I said to myself that I will create a segment every week if I can to talk about legends like this, legend, like, I have so many videos about them, but it's like preserving their memories encapsulated in videos like this. And it's like doing your own write-up, your own particular biography, your own rendition, your own rendition to her at her death. Onyeka Onwenu is a legend. And I'm grateful for the knowledge passed on to me from my parents from my parents to me while growing up. I'm grateful for the time my dad took in playing those video cassettes. We don't have that anymore, but it is in my head, and you can watch them, on YouTube streaming, Apple Music, YouTube. You can watch her music, go and watch her music to understand the grace personified that is Onyeka Onwenu. Another thing that I've never said out loud to myself or to me is, in a society like Nigeria with our culture, when, people, ask you, oh, why are you not married? Why don't you want to get married? Without being married, gain the respect. In their myopic sense, they always say, for the myopic ones, they will all say, oh, without getting married, you might not gain the respect of, let me say, people, you might not gain recognition, no matter how good, no matter how intelligent you are. I would always say Onyeka Onwenu is always one of those icons. I would say, look at Onyeka Onwenu. She is going by Miss Onyeka Onwenu, her father's name. She's recognized. She's a trailblazer. She's respected. She's a musician. She's a mother. You can live your life the way you want to in a country like Nigeria. She was one of those women. There are so many women like that, but today I'm going to focus on Onyeka Onwenu. She was one of those women that I look up to and I say, this lady did it. This lady is it. Grace, intelligence, Yale graduate, everything that embodies grace and greatness is who Onyeka Onwenu is. She's a legend, and somewhere in my mind and the only regret I have about her is I didn't get to do this video while she's alive. I didn't get to actually talk about her the way I'm talking about her to the camera to people. I didn't get to show that fan love. I would always follow her stories. I would always like her pictures wherever I see them on social media. But doing this video about her, because of course I followed her, I watched almost all her interviews. Anything Onyeka Onwenu, I would watch. I would, sing along with her. I would smile when I see her. So, doing this video, yes, you should have done it while she's alive. She transcends to the older generations. She started singing in the 80s, but even people in the late 90s, middle 90s, 2000s, we recognize her song. Her song transcends to us. Her song speaks to us. And I'm also doing this for people that will come after us, that there will not be that the number of questions being asked, who is she, would be reduced. The number of questions being asked, who is she, they say she's a legend, I believe it's going to be reduced. So I'm going to encourage people that, the way my parents passed down the Civil War, the stories of the Igbos during the Civil War, or the stories of the West and the North during the Civil War. I heard it straight from my grandma's mouth. That is the same way we should preserve folklore, music's legend in videos like this. Because trust me, this video might not get enough views. It might not be the complete biography or autobiography of this legend or any legend at all on this segment, but it's going to be the best I can gather just to give you guys something, just to document, to give you guys something you can share with anyone who wants to know about them, something you can share for the future generations, something that will be on this space, written and said. Welcome to the segment called She Lives On, where legends are spoken about. Maybe I'll be doing this once every week. I would talk about a particular legend and it will be documented here for people who do not know, for people who know them but may not know all about their lives and their history. Please bear it in mind that I'm going to be doing this according to my own knowledge, what I've gathered. This video will always be here on YouTube to remind people of the person Onyeka Owenu. And I'm glad to be doing this on this channel. Thank you guys. Thank you for even sitting through to watch this. May her soul continue to rest in peace. R.I.P. the elegant stallion of her time. R.I.P. Onyeka Owenu. R.I.P. the voice of the nightingale. Good night. If you're following me, please do well to subscribe to my channel. I'm new to YouTube, so by subscribing, you're encouraging me to do more, to showcase more, to do more for you all. Please subscribe and share.